Hello, wonderful beings. I am Anisha, and this is Wheel of Wisdom, episode number 87. And I would love to know which part of the world you are joining us from. And are you here for the very first time, or have you been here before? Hi, Christian. Nice to see you back here. Okay, Christian is joining us from USA. And hi, Jenny. Welcome. So, Jenny is joining us for the very first time. Thank you so much for, deciding to tune in. And I hope that you really receive something of value from this live today. Um, okay, so I see some new faces here as well as some familiar ones. And yeah, so I'm going to start this live by telling you what we do here because there are some new people here, and then we can begin with everything. So, so the first thing that we do in these lives is that we usually start with the meditation so that we can open ourselves and we can raise our vibrations in order to receive that higher wisdom. Okay. And once we are more grounded, more centered after approximately 10-minute meditation, then we move on to the next part of this live, which is about fun and wisdom. So a combo of both. Leslie says, regular attending your lives from Florida. Hi, Leslie. So happy to see you here again. Okay, so yes, I was telling you about the format. So, first we do a meditation. Next, we have a wheel of wisdom. That's why the name. So, what we do is that we spin the wheel so that the universe, spirit, source, higher self, God, whatever you believe in, can choose a book for us to receive wisdom from. So that wheel contains the name of the books, and that wheel randomly chooses a book for us. And once we have a book, then the next thing that we move on to is more fun because I ask you guys to tune into your intuition and choose a number. And from all the numbers that you guys share, I choose a number and do a reading from that page number. So as I was reading, all of these books, I made notes of like the insightful paragraphs or the transformative exercises from these books. And that's what we do. So we open that page number and read the highlighted text from that page, knowing that that is the message, that is the wisdom that wanted to reach us at this point in our life. So, yeah, that's the format. And I hope that you're going to enjoy today's live. So, are you guys ready to begin with the first part of this live, which is a meditation? You can type ready in the comments if you are ready for the meditation and you have settled into a quiet place. And I am going to drink some water. Okay, wonderful. Leslie is all set. Wonderful. Hi, Chelsea. And she's also set. Okay, Kristen is ready. Caroline is, ready as well. Wonderful. Okay. So, yeah, two sips and then we will begin. Hi, Sarah. Sarah is joining us from Francisco and she is ready as well. Wonderful. Okay. So, begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can either lie down, sit up, or stand, whatever your body needs right now. as you begin to settle in, if you feel safe, allow your eyes to close, or alternatively, you can choose to lower your gaze so you can look downward. Allow yourself to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, arriving in the here and now. This meditation is designed to bring a moment of stillness to your morning, but you can do it at any other time as well. So let's begin. Before the world begins to pull you in many directions, before the pace of the day picks up speed, you are here, right at the edge of morning. So begin to picture yourself at the edge of a bustling road. The cars are rushing past you. You hear overlapping voices, and the day is already reaching for your attention. So, as you stand at the edge of this bustling road, everything feels fast, loud, and demanding. And you are standing still, holding the weight of what's ahead. So, the tasks, the choices, the responsibilities that are waiting to be met. And then, just beside you, you notice a narrow road, a path that is quiet and almost hidden. Without needing to think further, you step towards it, and with each step forward on this quiet path, the noises begins to fade away. The ground softens beneath your feet. You find yourself walking beneath a gentle arch of trees, and as you continue to walk forward on this path covered by trees, a view of garden slowly emerges. And as you reach the end of this path, you look forward and find yourself in a garden. Here, time feels different. Everything is moving slowly, and the day or all the tasks or responsibilities that you had to do today haven't followed you. They haven't claimed you yet. And this garden that you see in front of you asks nothing of you. It simply receives you. There is no urgency here, just the calm and quiet rhythm of stillness. The leaves are swaying gently as if the morning itself is breathing in slow motion. The air is cool and fresh, and the birds are singing, reminding you of the beauty of life. This is your space now, unhurried and undemanding. You don't need to do anything here, just be. So, as you look around this garden, you see a stone bench lying and being touched by the warm sunlight, waiting for you. You walk towards it and take a seat on that bench. It feels perfect. The stone is cool and the warm, gentle sunlight is touching your body. You are feeling held in the lap of Mother Nature. Letting your breath follow the pace of this place. So, noticing your inhale getting a little deeper and your exhale getting a little slower. Feeling your shoulders loosening just a little bit. Your mind is beginning to settle, and your body remembers what calm feels like. Soon you will return back to your day, but for now, in this moment, you are rooted in something still and steady. This pause is going to be the foundation for the rest of your day. It is going to shape how you move around in your day with more calm, with more presence, and more clarity. So, as we reach the end of this meditation, take a deep breath in, soaking in all the wonderful effects of this practice. And with the exhale, releasing the practice, knowing that this space is always here to return back to whenever you need. Allow yourself to come back to your whole body by bringing in some small movement like wiggling your toes and your fingers. And whenever you are ready, Gently open your eyes to this day full of potential. Welcome back. I would love to hear about your experience of the practice if you feel called to share that. And if not, then you can simply press the heart to let me know that the practice resonated with you. Christian says that was wonderful, so relaxing. Thank you, Christian. And I'm glad that, that feeling of relaxation washed over you as you were meditating with all of us. Caitlin says, "Ooh, I came in right when we were being held by Mother Nature, and it felt so heartwarming and enveloping." Firstly, welcome, Caitlin. Happy to have you here. And yeah, I could feel it when, I was reading your comment to be wrapped in the love and in the support of Mother Nature. And I'm glad that, you brought this um, feeling and image to your mind as you're starting your day. Especially because, I know like for a lot of you guys, it is morning for you. So I decided to make this like a morning practice. And, my hope is that it would bring in some stillness for the rest of your day, as you move about and do everything that is waiting for you to take on. Um, yeah, and before I continue reading, if you guys are loving or, are just liking this meditation, and if you would like to check more of my meditations, then you're welcome. If you're new to me, you're welcome to follow me and check out my profile because I already have around 45 free tracks on my profile and around like 11 or something premium ones. So yeah, and that I have included another morning practice. So if you're interested, feel free to just, check them out and see if anything resonates with you. And also, I want to let you know that if you like this practice, then it is soon, like it is going to be released on Insight Timer. I am actually, recording these meditations and I'm publishing them on Insight Timer as a free track. So it is available for anyone at any time they need. So yeah, you can, again, you can follow me to get notified when this particular meditation get released or when other meditations get released from this Wheel of Wisdom series. And for anyone who has just joined, I want to say welcome. And this is just starting, like this live is just starting. We have gone through just one element of this live, and a lot more fun and wisdom is waiting for you. So yeah, stay tuned until I read a few comments. So Caroline says, "Oh, so beautiful. If you recorded it, please post it with your other meditations. I would love to listen again and again." Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Caroline, for sharing that beautiful comment. I'm glad that you like the practice and would like to do it again. And yeah, what I can do is that since I record like all of these lives, and if you would like to do it right now, it is going to take some time to be released on Insight Timer, but I would leave the meditation in the recording of this, live. So yeah, you can check out the replay and, you know, listen to the meditation again until it is released on Insight Timer. Okay. Caroline says fab, thank you. Wonderful. Okay. So now, before anything, hydration first. Oh, Caroline says my stone bench was full of crystals. Beautiful. Any particular crystal, Caroline, that came to your mind? Or like just full of colorful crystals, the healing and the, you know, with a lot of variety. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. I am glad to have you here. Oh, clear quartz. Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so maybe in like future meditations, I would leave it open for you guys to imagine, to visualize things as you feel called to, rather than me giving like a particular element like a stone, bench. So instead of a stone bench, you can think of a bench made of clouds, think of a bench made of, um, crystals or whatever it is. Okay, thank you, Caroline, for giving me that idea. And that's why, I love it. I love hearing your feedback or how your experience of the meditation, because you act as an inspiration for me to create more such content that is more aligned with you guys. Okay. So, yeah, so if you do decide to check out my meditations, I would love to hear about your experience. Okay, now it's time for you guys hmm, to indulge in more fun. So, this, for anyone who is joining us for the very first time, this is our Wheel of Wisdom. And this wheel contains the name of, multiple books here. So, more than like 30 books. And okay, so the thing is that, in the past 8 years, I have read like over 80 books or something. And I try to, extract some of those books and put their names on this wheel. And now that we are more centered, we are open to, receive that book from the universe, God, divine source, whatever you believe in, so that, we can receive that message that the universe want to, share with us. So, before we spin the wheel, I invite you guys to take a moment to think, is there anything specific that is going on in your life regarding which you would like some guidance? And if there is nothing specific as such, then you can just set an intention to receive some general guidance for today. Okay. So when you think of something, you can let me know by pressing the heart, and then we can spin the wheel. Like you can think of a specific issue or even a specific area of your life in which you would like some guidance. Okay. And don't forget to, let tell me by pressing the heart so that we can move on to spin the wheel. Wonderful. Okay. So some people have thought of something. So hold that, whatever it is, that you need guidance on. Hold that at the forefront of your mind as we spin this wheel. Okay, interesting. Caitlin says, feeling grounded and open to receive. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing that intention with all of us and out loud into the universe. So the book that came up for all of us is How to See. Yeah, and this book is by Thich Nhat Hanh. So he have like these, very simplistic and very like, very small books and like a kind of series that goes like, how to see, how to walk, how to sit, how to, love, how to eat and stuff like that. And it has like amazing practices and it is like more fun to read. So let me open the book and see what wants to come through from this amazing book. Okay. So for this one, we are not going to go with the numbers thing, maybe for the next one. For this one, I have my notes from this book. So, what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to close my eyes and set an intention for all of us. And then I will tune into my own intuition with my eyes closed and connected with my intuition. I will scroll through the pages of, these notes until I feel like this is the section that everyone present here needs to hear. So, this is the message that everyone needs to receive. And when I feel like this is the section, then I would stop and open my eyes and read that for you guys. So, yeah, let's begin. So, what I'm saying is like a river, and it is flowing by, and you know, me or you is sitting on a bench again and noticing that river flow by and are able to see clearly in the water all the life beneath it, all the life that is part, all the beauty that is part of this river of life. So, yeah, that is the image that is coming to my mind. And based on that, my intention for all of us is that may we have the vision to see clearly all the beauty around us and all the life beneath the fast paced world. So let's see what is going to come through. Okay. So the author says, okay, give me a second to bring the mic closer. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. The author says, suppose we look deeply at a rose with some concentration and mindfulness, we can see that the rose is made of only non rose elements. What do we see in the rose? We see a cloud because we know that without the cloud, there would be no rain, and without the rain, the rose couldn't grow. So, a cloud is a non rose element that we can recognize if we look deeply into the rose. Next, we can see sunshine. which is also crucial for the rose to grow. The sunshine is another non rose element present in the rose. If you took the sunshine and the cloud out of the rose, there would be no rose left. If we continue like this, we see many other non rose elements within the rose, including the minerals, the soil, the farmer, the gardener, and so on. The whole cosmos has come together to produce the wonder we call a rose. Again, the whole cosmos has come together to produce the wonder we call rose. A rose cannot be by herself alone. A rose has to be inter a rose has to interbe with the whole cosmos. This is the insight we call interbeing or interconnectedness in simple terms. So, this is one of the practices, in Buddhist tradition where we connect with the interconnectedness of it all, where we see that how, for example, Caitlin is made of non Caitlin elements, of how Caroline is made of non Caroline elements, every single thing that is about us. The possibility of us existing was a result of the whole cosmos coming together. And I think this can be a very, good reminder, especially at those times when we question our worth, when we, think that we are not good enough, that we are, you know, unlovable, and all of those beliefs, all of those negative thoughts and beliefs that we believe about ourselves, we forget that so many factors had to align in order for us to exist. Without all of them, we wouldn't be. And that can be a reminder that can, help us see the truth that we are beautiful, and we are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. And, and the universe or God or divine wants you here on this planet as a human being, doing everything that you do, being whoever you are. Because so many factors not just had to align for you to exist, but for you to continue existing, the universe wants you here. The God or divine or source wants you here. And that's why you're here. Life loves you, even though sometimes you don't feel like it. But I hope that you remember this truth with you. You carry this, especially in the times when you need this reminder the most. Caroline, okay, let me see. There are a few comments. Christian says, I am loved and will be healthy over the next short period of time. Caroline says, we are the rose, and the rose is us. Exactly, Caroline. Thank you for saying it out loud, and yeah, putting a meaning into that metaphor and into that like literal reality of a rose. And we are that rose, and that rose is us. I love that. And Caroline says, we gift out carbon dioxide and the rose shares her oxygen with us. Love it. I love it. Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, I love it. The connection, the threads that you joined here, in a beautiful knot. I love it. How we are interdependent and yet we go on, and especially humans, we all go in this world like we are the superior species. We are, like with that ego or superiority complex or whatever it is, forgetting that all of us are coexisting. Okay, uh, I hope that you remember this reminder, you know, whenever something happens in the rest of your day that makes you doubt yourself, that makes you question your worth. I hope that you carry this with yourself. And maybe, yeah, I was about to say exactly that. Christian says, we smell the rose. Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, and maybe if you find a rose in your path, maybe smell it. Okay, continuing with Christian's comment. We smell the rose after all those events came together. Truly magical. Exactly. And if we only see the beauty not just in a rose, but behind everything that you are right now surrounded by, like literally right now, everything, even if it is not a part of nature, it once was in some form. If we just see the beauty of it, and if we could just feel that connection, that's what, it truly means to feel like we are bigger than this. We are not just this limit itself. It just help us feel expanded and connected and get us out of that, mind thingy. That is, weaving its own stories. But when we connect, we are like, we are not this anymore. We are all of this. And how amazing is that we are all of it? And that's the truth, that comes out in spirituality. Like, God is everything, or like we are a part of it. And this is just a very practical way to experience that truth instead of just living it in those contextual ways, experiencing it. This can be a wonderful practice for you guys, for me, for everyone. Um, and in case you would like some, maybe guidance to go along, or yeah, some resource to do this, to experience the beauty around you, then luckily I do have like a course for you guys. I have a course on this platform that was exactly meant for this, to connect and to see the beauty and the wonder around you. So if you are interested, or if you would like to actually live this way, then I would recommend you to check out this course, and see how, whether or not it resonates with you, how it changes your life without changing it. Yeah, that was my motive, to help you change your life without changing anything about it. So the name of the course, for anyone who, cannot see, is Break Free from Monotony Without Changing Your Everyday Routine. Okay, so now let's move on to the next reading. So, would you guys like me to read from the same book, or would you guys like me to choose a different book, like spin the wheel again? So you can vote in the comments. Okay, Christian says spin, please. Hmm. I get it. Spinning is fun. Okay, and anyone who is interested, you can save this course because I'm going to remove this course in a second. Caroline says different, please. Okay, then let's spin the wheel. And if up until now you guys are benefiting from this live, or if you found anything of value or a reminder that you needed to hear, and if you would like to support me to keep this space alive, then you can do so, like by making a small donation of whatever amount that you feel called to. And if you can't, then that's okay too. Okay, give me a second to fill my mug, and then we can move on to the next reading. And let this also be a reminder for you guys to fill your own cup. Okay, so let's see. Mhm. Okay, so again, holding in your mind whatever it is that you need guidance on. And here we go. Okay, there is something like crazy about this book, that this book keep coming up again and again and again. Like just in the last live it didn't come, but a live before that and before that, this book showed up. So yeah, there is something like there is a lot of things that wants to come out of this book. So let's see. The name of the book is Out of Your Mind, and the book has been written by Alan Watts. So let's see that what this book wants to, convey to us. And like more than, what is in the book, I find it fascinating, just to read the title of it. Like it is a reminder in itself to get out of your mind and maybe live in this body as well, or maybe live, like, soak in and live here in this moment, not just in the past, not just in the future. So, yeah, that is like a big reminder in itself for me. Okay. So, again, it seems like a book came up for which I don't have the book for. Like, I just have the notes. I ended up like deleting some of these books because of memory issues or something. Yeah, and now I just have the notes. So, again, we cannot do the page numbers thing, but let's go with whatever is coming up for us. Because, yeah, I have learned to trust whatever is showing up rather than, you know, interrupting with my own mind that numbers would be fun or this would be fun. So, yeah, these are my notes from this book. And again, an intention. So, oh, now I'm seeing like like the whole universe, and like I see the Milky Way galaxy, and then zooming out, sorry, zooming in and zooming in, I see like our Earth, and that green part of the Earth is popping, and I'm seeing like water in the blue part, which literally it is. And we zoom in and in. And then I see our heart beating and like carrying the veins and the arteries are carrying blood to all our body parts. And I see the word life. Okay, so that is the imagery that is coming to my mind. And the intention based on that I am setting for all of us here is that may we experience the enormity of life and the vastness of this universe, everything within us, and not something that we need that is out there, but something that is within us. Okay, let's see what wants to come through. Okay, something like from the first page only clicked with me. Hmm. Okay. So the author says, like the heading for this is Ceramic Model of the World. So the author says, in this myth, only God exists in his own right. We exist as some kind of favor, and we really ought to feel grateful. It's like a stern father who says, look at everything I have done for you. All the money I spent on decent clothes and college, and you turn out to be nothing but a hippie, you ungrateful, wretched child. And you are supposed to be sorry about that and apologize for who you are. So the author is kind of trying to convey the yeah, for the lack of better words, what is coming up for me is like the kind of like a harsh, okay, a harsh and a fearful model of the world and of God that we have, like, accepted or learned from society. That, like, God is like that father who is harsh and who wants us to be grateful and to not who we are, to not be who we are, and all of that. Okay. So the author says, what is this universe? Is it a monarchy, a republic, a mechanism, or an organism? If the universe is some kind of mechanism, it follows that it operates by itself, the fully automatic model. So, like, the author is sharing different kind of models of views that we have. Like this whole world and universe is like a machine, and it is just operating on itself, and there is no creator as such. Or that it is controlled by some great mechanic, which shows like the ceramic model that the author has labeled. But if the universe is an organism, it governs itself, since an organism is a thing that run itself. In your body, there is no boss. You can argue that the brain is a gadget evolved by the stomach for the purpose of acquiring food, or you can argue that the stomach is a device evolved by the brain to feed it and keep it alive. Whose game is it? The brain's or the stomach? Actually, they are mutual. The brain implies the stomach implies the brain. and neither one is boss. Have you heard the story about the fight between different parts of the body and the stomach? So, like the author is, sharing all the different worldviews out there. Maybe we are not living in a world where we exist as something separate from reality and therefore need to bow down to it and say, as a great favor, please preserve us in existence. And maybe we are not in a merely mechanical system in which we are nothing but flukes trapped in the electrical wiring of a nervous system that is fundamentally rather inefficiently arranged. So these are the these are the two worldviews that the author shares. Like one is, there is this God who is like a father type figure, like a, strict figure who says that you need to be grateful, you need to do this. I have done so much for you, and just don't be who you are. And then there's another view that says that the world is like a mechanical, like a mechanical kind of a thingy who operates on itself, or like a body or an organism that functions on itself and do not need a boss. So these are like the two worldviews that the author has shared up until now. Hi Samia, welcome. um and I hope that you enjoyed the reading that we're doing right now. I just summarized it. So the author says, so what's the alternative to the ceramic and the fully automatic models? What's another image we can use? I propose the dramatic image. Consider the world as a drama. The basis of all drama, of all stories and plots, is the game of hide and seek. The first game you play with the baby is hide and seek. So that is the third worldview that the author shares. And I resonates with this one more. And this aligns with, some of the things that you might have heard. Maybe if you are like, into this kind of stuff, which is that, let me see if the author has put it in like better words that I can think of. Um, yeah, I don't think so. It's not here in my notes. Okay. So, what the author mean by hide and seek is that it is said in some philosophies that all there was or is, you know, the God or the divine. That was all that was there. And then the divine wanted to know itself, wanted to experience itself. And for that, something beyond it needed to exist, because if all there is divine, then there is nothing else in relation to which the divine could experience itself. So what it did was it divided itself, you know like the people say, like Big Bang Theory. So it literally, like, divided itself. And some of and what it did, just to skip all of the story, now we experience, like, we are a part of it. That's why, sometimes in some philosophies or religions, people say that we are a part of God. So we are a part of it and we are it. It's not that, we are incomplete or something. We are it. And we are here, you know, the reason why that divine did all of it was to play this game of hide and seek, and for that to experience itself, even if with all the stories and even if with all the drama that happens in our life, if I knew, like a part of the divine knew that I am the divine in all of it, then I would not enjoy it as much. I would not be able to experience it. So what I did was that I chose to forgot who I am. I chose to forgot the divine that I am, so that I can slowly, I can, experience myself. I can be whoever I want to be. I can experience my loving aspects as well as I can experience my, the darkness, because the love and the darkness, the love and the fear and everything is the divine. So there is nothing beyond it. And all of it was just to experience itself, to experience the bliss, the divinity, and everything, not just the love and light, but also the darkness and the shadows, every aspect of it. And that's what we are here, in the game of life, in the drama of life. And once we realize that we are it, the illusion is over. The illusion of separate self. We see everyone in us and us in everyone. And that is the third worldview that the author mentions. And I choose to believe in this one. I want to feel that. Samya says, I wish we could see suffering as divine too. I think, yeah, and this I don't know, this mindset helps us to see that. Like, suffering is a blessing in disguise, like if you lost a job, that in that moment you are suffering, but then you realize that it pushed you in a way to experience yourself as much stronger who you think, as much stronger than you think you were, as, bring in, like, experience the flexible aspects of your life and just, um, yeah, so this mindset can help us in those times. Like, there are different mindset associated with that seeing suffering as blessings in disguise, or seeing the triggers as an opportunity to to grow. And it's not something that we, and I truly believe it's not something like we learn from out there. It's something that we remember, and I, like, I recently read this book known as Conversations with God, which also, highlighted this perspective. But it uses this wonderful term, or it breaks this term wonderfully of remember, So not just remember in terms of memory, but to remember with that divine. And I love that breakdown, to reconnect with that aspect of ourselves. So there are no lessons to learn, but all these conditions are here, and we chose these conditions. It might sound like, too out there, especially if you have had a traumatic experience. But in certain philosophies, let me put it like that, it is said that we, or like, who we consider like ourselves as a soul, so our soul chose to have these experiences so that it can experience, you know, all of the things that it wanted to experience, because we are here to experience ourselves, every aspect, not just the love and light, but the darkness and the shadows, and then seeing the potential of us or growing from it and all of it. So, yeah, but a lot of conceptualization out there. But, if you want to like ground in the experience, then the reading that we just did before that will help you ground in the reality, in this physical reality, which is to see how connected you are with everything that is surrounding you. And on that note, I'm going to address Alan's comment. So Alan says, can you please put up the name of your course again? Sorry, I missed before. That's okay, Alan. So for that to experience like the to experience it rather than just hold these concepts. Everything is concept, and it is just knowledge, it is just information. And I got stuck, when I was learning about all of that, I got stuck in those concepts and like believing those concepts. And whenever we become rigid in our beliefs or thinking, then we stop to grow. And sometimes the things that we become rigid about can lead to a lot of harm on ourselves and also in terms of harming others, because the wars and everything and the conflicts and all of that violence is sometimes a result of believing in different things. So it's important to not get rigid in that, but to stay grounded in our experience, that what is my experiential reality rather than the conceptual model that I have bought into. And that is a very important lesson that I learned that helped me grow in this journey. And even though I shared this worldview and I resonate with this one that I mentioned, but I am still open, and that openness is very important, to not get rigid and to not, you know, go in your life being rigid or having a bias of some sort, but to ground in your reality. So I hope that this course, which is in alignment, with the reading that we did just before this, will help you experience yourself in everything around you, to just expand yourself from this limited self. Um, and so the main focus of this course is about like feeling, experiencing the beauty around it without changing your life, without changing anything about it, but changing yourself, changing your life. Okay, so I hope, Alan, that if you were interested in this, you have saved it. And I have another track for you. It is a track, not a course, that would help you experiment with this idea of, or just sitting with that question of who am I? So, yeah, if you would like that, let me share that with you here. Give me a second. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So I have that, this would help you explore thing experientially, because again, experiential knowledge is different than the contextual one, and it is not going to, the concepts can be, yeah, I don't believe much in that. Maybe I'm resonating with this particular belief today, and maybe I will not after some days when I grow and learn more. But when I speak out of my experience, that is going to stay, constant. So that is something that I believe in more. Alan says yes. Thank you. Wonderful, Alan. Okay. So let's see the time. Yeah, so it's over like 1 hour and we are at the end of our live. But in case anyone new have joined us today, then I do have like certain announcements to make, and also a gift that I offer to all the women who, tune into my live and stay till the end. So yeah, stay tuned until like I share like all the announcements. So so the first announcement for you guys is that this whole live is getting recorded, and in case you like, you like the meditation or the readings, or just would like to listen again to this live, or maybe to listen to other lives in the series, because this is the 87th live and we have a lot of live done in the series. So if you would like to check them out, or get, access the replays, then you can do it here. You can go to my profile. Let me put it here. Um, So you can go to my profile, you can go to the about section here and scroll all the way down. When you scroll down, you will see link tree here. So when you will click on the link, you will see Wheel of Wisdom replay written there. And in that, like when you click on that link, you will see a whole playlist of all the lives done in this series. So why I created a playlist is that is because, I wanted you guys to stay connected with your intuition or to develop a connection with your intuition. So whenever you need guidance, and I'm not going live, but you would like some guidance from the universe and, by tuning into your intuition, then what you can do is that you can open that playlist and just choose a number between 1 to 87, and whatever number comes up for you, just watch that video knowing that that message wanted to reach you today at that point in your life. So yeah, you can continue this, continuing the wisdom as well as the fun aspect of this as you go through the lives. Um, Although it does take like 1 hour for this recording to get uploaded on my channel. So in that case, if you would like immediate access, then what you can do is that you can join my little community on Insight Timer. Let me type the name of it here. So it is again like a public group here. So you can either search for it on Insight Timer, or you can go to my profile and scroll all the way down. So let me scroll down. Yeah. So when you scroll down on the home page only, you will see at the bottom wonderful beings here. So it is my little community on Insight Timer. And what I do here is that after each live, I post like a summary of that live in that group. So like the type of meditation that we did, the let me say like, the name of the books through which we read and the readings that, we read through. So everything I mentioned there so you don't miss out on anything, as well as whenever like a new track gets released. So as I mentioned that these lives are getting recorded and I am publishing the meditation we do in these live, which we have done at least like one meditation in each live. So you know, I'm publishing them on Insight Timer one by one every week, one meditation a week. And whenever that new meditation is out, I mention that in my group, or if I had to cancel a live because of some things happening that are outside of my control, then I mentioned that in the group. So yeah, if you want to stay like updated, connected, and everything, you can join that group. And if you don't feel like joining the group, then you can just, simply follow me if you are new to me to get notified about the new tracks or the next live that, that I'm going to host. So for now, like the next live is going to be on 31st. Again, at the same time, like of course 1 hour before than this, but yeah, at the same time as this live. So yeah, you can, RSVP or register for this. And yeah, and okay. So now it's time to reveal the gift for any women who is listening to me for the very first time. Okay, let me take a sip of water before that. Okay. Yeah, so the gift that I offer to all the women who attend my live and stay till the end is a complimentary session with me. So if you're a woman who is interested in a free 1 hour coaching session with me, then I would be, happy and honored to walk alongside you in your journey. And, you know, if you choose to do so, if you choose to take on to this offer, then I can promise you that you're going to leave with at least one powerful insight from that session, because that has happened with every single woman that I've worked with so far. So yeah, I can, promise you that. And the way to, grab onto this offer is to simply message me on Insight Timer. So you can go to my profile, okay, and to message me, you have to like follow me. That's how Insight Timer works. So when you follow me, you would see the follow button becomes a donate button, and above it, three dots appear. Click on the three dots. So when you click on three dots, you will see a message teacher option. And here you can message me that Anisha, I'm interested in that, complimentary session. And I would love to support you in whatever way I can. And yeah, you know, so feel free to message me if you are interested. And I do like, this offer as well as I only like this offer is just for women because I only work one-on-one with women. But if you are not a woman, so if you are a man or belong to LGBTQIA plus community, then you can simply, check out my other content on Insight Timer. Like I have 7 courses on Insight Timer related to, changing your negative thoughts, identifying the common thinking patterns, that you have that make your life like, miserable and stuff. So yeah, you can check out that course to identify what are those, thoughts. Are your thoughts belonging to that category and stuff? Or I have like a course related to identifying your limiting beliefs. So since your beliefs run at the back, like in your subconscious and they run your life, so if you would like to, become aware of them, because that in itself sometimes make a lot of difference. So yeah, you can, check out that course. Or other than that, I have like a lot of different courses related to mindfulness and different attitudes of mindfulness, meaning so, firstly, I have a course related to like, the ultimate beginner's guide to mindfulness. So, if you are starting, if you want to live your life mindfully, then you can check out that course. And then courses related to the attitudes of it, like cultivating curiosity, beginner's mind, acceptance, non-striving attitude, and all of that. So, yeah, you can check out those courses. And other than that, I do have like playlist with some free, tracks as well. So it is accessible to everyone. So, I have like these playlists again at the bottom of this page, just above the group. So I have like a 21-day mindfulness challenge or self-soothing techniques. So these are the techniques that therapists recommend their clients to become regulated, centered, grounded whenever they're feeling dysregulated or overwhelmed and stuff like that. Then I have a chakra series, and I have all the meditations from this Wheel of Wisdom series compiled into this playlist. And a lot more is coming as well. So I have like a body, love and appreciation and healing series that is scheduled to start, getting published on Insight Timer once they approve it. So yeah, I have like a lot of stuff that you can go through if you like, resonated with me, and if you are not a woman who can work with me one on one. So yeah, I already have a lot of stuff for you to go through. Matt says thank you. Wonderful. You're welcome, Matt. I am glad that you found something of value from this live. And if any one of you who found this like if you found this live valuable, if you enjoyed the space, or if you would simply like to support me to, keep the space alive or to continue all of these offerings so that, it reaches the people who need them the most, whether it is like the free tracks on Insight Timer or whether it is these complimentary sessions. So, yeah, if you would like to help me keep them accessible to all, then you can support me by making a small donation of whatever amount that you feel called to. And yeah, and I guess that's the end of this live. I hope to see you day after tomorrow on 31st at the same time. Thank you so much for your presence, for those lovely hearts, as they always encourage me to keep speaking, and for the lovely feedback on today's meditation. Thank you for being here. And I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. We says thanks for making this available for all of us. Thank you, V. I am glad that you like the offering. And if you can think of anyone else who might enjoy or who might find these offerings helpful, feel free to share them, share it with them, whether it is a course, whether it is a free track, you know. Or even, you can even share the complimentary session if you know of a woman who might benefit it more than you. So yeah, you can send them my way and they can message me on Insight Timer. So you guys can help me reach all those who might benefit from it. Samya says, thank you, beautiful. Thank you, beautiful as well. Thank you for being here. Okay, guys. Bye bye. I will see you day after tomorrow. Take care. Thank you, Leslie, for recommending.